Standard Life is in the business of helping people manage their financial risks throughout their lifetime. The way that risk is managed has been evolving over time. So if you wind the clock back, it used to be people would have DB pension schemes. The risk was within the employer, not on the individual. But with the increasing shift away from DB to DC and the ending of things like the compulsory purchase of annuities, that risk is shifting from state to individual and from employer to employee. So part of our job in delivering services to our clients is to help them understand and manage that risk. That's at the level of every individual client. Part of the finance function's job is to then understand how that financial risk at the level of individual customers starts to aggregate up to the financial risk that we as an organisation are facing. As a regulated entity, we have to put up substantial amounts of capital to underpin that risk, to make sure that our customers will always get paid and we can always meet our obligations towards them. So that chain from helping the customer manage their risk at the individual level to how that translates into the amount of capital we need, and off the back of that, the returns on equity that we can deliver to shareholders is effectively what the finance function is about in an organisation like Standard Life. Within the context of financial services, every PRA regulated entity nowadays has to adopt what's called a 3 lines of defence model. The first line of defence are the people at the coalface, be that in the business, be that in finance. It's the people going about their jobs day to day who are responsible for the day-to-day management of the risks that their business is creating. Sitting above that is the second line of defence, which is the risk function, with a chief risk officer, whose job it is to set the framework within which risks are identified and quantified and managed, and to make sure that that first line of defence is complying with that framework. And then the third line of defence is classic function of internal audit, who are actually making sure that you had been doing in the first line what you told the risk function in the second line you were doing. That is now a model that is standard not just across the UK insurance and financial services industry, but through a combination of the banking regulation from BAL and from Solvency II is inherent across all of financial services across the whole of Europe.